Attention Cloud9 shoppers, this is the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast with Matthew Haas and Michael E. Cullen II. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Superstory Podcast. My name is Michael E. Cullen II, and with me as always is...
Matthew. Just Matthew.
You're kind of like Cher?
Yeah.
Or Madonna?
Yep. Cher and Madonna.
You're both?
Yeah.
Do you sing like either one of them?
Sometimes. Lady Gaga better look out.
Yes.
I'll tell you that much right now.
And if she could turn back time, she would tell Papa to not preach. Because you're in trouble deep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, so today on the show, we are covering an episode of the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's normally how we do this.
So, this is the third episode or fourth episode of season 2, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, because of the whole Olympics thing. So
yeah, so it fucked everything up, man. Those damn Olympics fuck everything up.
It's
all
like,
the time.
come on.
Yes.
Sports.
I know.
Athletics. Disciplining your body to the point of doing things that nobody else can do. Whatever.
Winning gold medals.
I know.
Bronze medals. Sometimes silver medals.
Training for decades of your life just for this 1-2 week moment. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Attention Cloud9 associates, it is now time for orientation.
Okay, let's get into a little orientation here about this episode, Matt.
No.
Okay. What do we want to do instead?
We're done.
We're done?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, folks.
See you guys later.
This was a good episode. Make sure you follow us on... Oh, wait. No. Okay, no, really, we're going to get an orientation, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
All right. You okay, man?
Yeah, sure. We'll do it.
Are you mad at me?
Yeah.
What you mad at?
Because you didn't sell me a gun.
But I don't sell guns.
Oh.
I don't believe in them either.
But you were told that you had to sell...
That was Jonah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Jonah.
All right.
Okay, so the name of this episode, as alluded to right there, Guns, Pills, and Birds. This was, like I said, episode 3 of season 2, and it originally aired on the 6th of October, 2016. 16. It was directed by Matt Schoen, or Son. I don't know. S-O-H-N, sorry. Schoen would have been S-H-O-N. Matt Son, her son, one of the two. And it was written by Matt Hubbard. So this is a Matt-tastic episode, Matt.
Yeah, it is.
I think this is all about you, man.
Yeah,
You should do this whole thing then, because
it is about me.
It's all about Matt's.
Well, I don't know.
It's all about, Matt paintings and doormats and what else are Matt's?
Just
those two things?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, boy. So, what happens in this episode here, Matt?
What happens is Will Smith plays the genie in this version of Aladdin. Oh, wait.
Wrong podcast.
Sorry, I'm totally...
Wrong podcast. Wrong podcast.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Because in this version...
Yeah.
Bud Spencer plays the genie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Bud Spencer. Wait, huh? Okay. Anyway,
check out All Too Real 2 if you want to get these jokes.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways,
Amy is, the floor manager, and she's telling people, what they're going to be doing for that day, and she puts Jonah to sell guns or be behind the gun counter, and Jonah has expresses a moral objection to it. So then initially she says that he doesn't have to do it, but then other people get jealous, so they say, well, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. So then she makes Jonah do it then, and then Garrett's got this cool little list that he writes down of, quote, crazy white person talk whenever Jonah says something white, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently trail mix is a white thing. I didn't realize trail mix was a racial thing, but apparently, according to Jonah, though, Garrett loves the trail mix, so he's criticizing something that he actually loves. So that's weird, but
don't we all criticize the things we love?
Sometimes. So, because he says something like, fencing. He's like, I did fence. I'm not against all weapons as a principal. I did fencing in college. And then Garrett's like, oh, I'm definitely writing that down. He's like, I have a whole list of things like, I forgot what it was. And he's like, trail mix. Like, but you love my trail mix.
It was like BBC America and all
That's
things.
Right. BBC America. And then, like, when Amy makes him, assigns him to the gun rack or whatever. He goes, okay, well, let my objection be noted. He's like, oh, that's definitely going on.
That whole phrase is going down.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Great episode. So far, yeah. So then, he goes to work the gun counter. That he has to.
Yeah, he's forced to. So.
They were trying to get different things to object, and it was just he couldn't get out of it.
The first person he was going to sell to, the guy asks for a 9mm and he doesn't know which gun it is, so he's just kind of like moving his hand around, and then he picks it up and he realizes that it's really heavy, and he's like, oh, this is more like an 11mm. And he gets the box of bullets that the guy asked for. The bullets fall out of the box, and he freaks out. He drops the gun, and he falls on the floor and starts screaming, "Gun, gun, gun!" And he's like, "Okay, we're all clear." And Glenn on the B story is that he doesn't want to sell the morning after pill. I mean, not that he actually himself sells it, because it's it's in the
comes
pharmacy.
from the pharmacy in Tate.
Yeah, Tate, the pharmacist, the morally ambiguous. Well, not really ambiguous. The somewhat morally corrupt pharmacist is kind of telling him, like, we can't just like not sell the pill, like, because Glenn's trying to get him to not sell it. So then
say it's expired, and he's like, that would be a lie.
Exactly. He's like, we can't lie about that. So then Glenn decides to buy all of the pills for himself so that no one else can buy it, and doesn't realize though that how much it was going to cost.
And they're $40 a pop.
Yeah. Yeah, they're $40 for one, and then he can't return it because he's like, well...
He ends up having to spend like $1,100 or more or something.
Yeah. Like a ridiculous amount. So then he starts trying to sell these pills in the store to random customers. And just like, being very creepy at it, but like in a Glenn way where he doesn't even know
that he's being creepy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you seem like you might be sexually active or whatever type of thing. It's like,
you look sexual.
Yeah, you look sexual. It's like, what? Oh, God. What else?
And then there's the C story, which was Amy. She's got the weekend off, and she's excited about it, and she's going to be all alone while Adam, her husband, takes their daughter out of town to a camping trip. But that gets kiboshed by Adam, who calls her up and says that he's got a entrepreneurs meeting to go to, or conference or something to go to.
Yeah, Adam, if you haven't really seen this show a lot, he's like one of these like perpetual entrepreneur people who don't ever have like a business. It's always like some next great thing that never really comes into fruition. So she was really angry about that, because it's like that's kind of kind of the reason why Amy never really got to like go to college or do anything, because she was the one that had a full-time steady job, whereas he was the one chasing the dream or whatever type of thing.
So yeah, and then in the A story, Jonah keeps denying people guns, and people come back with an open carry protest, and a bunch of people with guns come in, led by Kevin P. Farley, who's Chris Farley's older brother or younger brother. I can't remember which. But anyways, he was his brother, and he's almost as funny as his brother, in my opinion. He always tends to play people like this, too. Like he was in that American Carol, where he played like a Michael Moore sort of guy, too. But it was funny. Right. Yeah, but he always tries to play like these controversial sort of guys that are sometimes corrupt.
Wasn't he also in a show where it was like boy bands, and he was like one of the members?
Yeah, he was a member of the boy band.
That was actually a really funny show.
Oh, what was that called? It was like Together or something, or
I don't remember.
Oh my god,
that was funny.
That was a great show. It was.
It was MTV, right?
Yeah, it was like an MTV sitcom. Yeah. It's like In Together or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
it was something like
something
that.
stupid like that. But they were actually had some decent songs.
Yeah.
I'll have to look those up during break and get back to you folks. But so basically they got this big protest going on, and the whole time we forgot about the other the fourth story.
Right.
There's 4 stories in this one.
That's right.
Yeah, the fourth story is there's a crow flying around the building. This is a weird one. It's got 4 stories going on.
It does all at once. Yeah, crow snuck in.
Yeah. Crow, an actual, flying crow, not like, a member of the Black Crows or something. Didn't, Sheryl Crow didn't walk in.
No. I mean, that would be more noticeable if Sheryl Crow
Yeah.
just decided to show up at the store.
Hey, Matt, did you ever hear about that failed supergroup that Sheryl Crow, the Black Crows and the Counting Crows tried to put together?
No.
It was an attempted murder.
Oh, wow.
That was the greatest joke I've ever heard in my life, and Matt just sent, "Oh wow."
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Because he told it to me like a half hour ago. So
come on, you got to play along, man. You got to play along.
I know.
We weren't recording a half hour ago.
I know. I'm supposed to trick our listeners. I know.
Yes.
I failed.
Yes. Matt loves to trick you people.
Yeah.
He's full of lies.
Yeah. I sit on a throne of lies,
Big throne of lies.
as the elf would say.
Throne of lies.
You sit on a throne of lies. Your breath smells like sausage and cheese and beer and cheese.
It looks like a computer chair though that you're sitting on, not a throne of lies.
Well, I'm not really sitting on a literal throne of lies. Right now.
Okay.
That would be the Oval Office, but
Anyways, so back to controversial things like guns and pills and crows and wait.
yeah, crows are controversial. Just like rice, apparently.
Yes.
That's right. Myrtle didn't want to sell rice.
Yeah.
And then she was going to make a comment about the, quote, Orientals, but then they cut her off.
Yes, we're talking about Orientals in our orientation. Wait.
Oh,
what?
wow.
Ooh, an Oriental orientation.
Whoa. That
Sounds like it sounds really like something bad from World War II.
it does. Yeah.
Like the concentration camps.
Yeah,
or
it does.
something. Anyways, so
Sounds really bad.
sorry, folks. Anyways, so basically the whole they're just trying to catch this crow. It's Garrett, Dina, and Mateo, mainly Dina and Mateo, trying to catch the crow, and it's just kind of a funny like D plot that's going on in the episode. And then it ends at the end with them catching the crow while it's eating some French fries with Garrett, and Garrett's reading off his white people list to the crow.
She's reading.
And they catch it into into like a plastic bag, a Cloud9 bag, and Dina says, "Take care of this." And then Mateo says, "You want me to take care of this?"
Like, take care of it?
Yeah, and
take
so then
care of it?
And then off camera, while Dina and Garrett are talking about how great crows are, he's like bashing it to death in the bag. And then the show ends with Dina talking about blood in the bag.
Yeah.
And Glenn trying to sell his things or
His
whatever.
pills that he bought, which he says he's not making a profit off, but he was because he's selling it for $50. And it was $40 a pill.
Yeah, and he's donating $10 to the pro-life coalition or something. Yeah,
to salve his conscience. That end scene though with the crow, that's like
sad.
It is terrible to me because it's like, he becomes befriends Garrett, and they're having like this nice moment together, eating French fries and stuff.
But
like
sadly,
that.
that's what makes it funny though too. So
not to me. It was just sad.
So you want to take a break here, Matt, and then we'll come back with some more topics here.
Sure.
Right after this. Hi, everybody. This is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast you're listening to right now. With me, as always, is
Matthew Hassa.
Yeah, and we're here to tell you about our really cool other podcast called All Too Real 2. And what do we do on that show, Matt?
We watched the greatest direct-to-video sequels of all time, and then we report on them.
And we also talk about other pop culture cool things like video games and conspiracy theories and other awesome things. So if any of that sounds fun to you and you enjoy hearing my voice and Matt's voice,
as you should.
I mean, of course. Tune in anywhere you get podcasts to All Too Real 2. Bye-bye.
In the magical world of Hoth, there are wizards, there are sorcerers, and there are magi. And none of them know what they're doing.
That's how the best spells are discovered. Throw it at the wall and read the tea leaves. Or scorch marks.
Witness the wonders of magic, science, and property damage in a radio drama of phantasmical proportions.
Face my mastery over the elements!
Magus Ilgar. Now available for download wherever audiobooks are sold. Listen to the first 3 episodes for free on YouTube.
And we're back. Thanks for listening to those ads, folks. I know you didn't have to, but if you did, you know what you get?
What?
A pat on the back, folks.
Okay.
And maybe, if you comment and leave us a 5-star review and tell us what those ads were about, you might be able to win some free merch. Just, do that, and you might be able to.
Yeah.
You might not either, so we'll see.
Right, I mean, so it might be pointless, but...
No, it's always pointed. There's a point. So, the Kevin P. Farley show that was about boy band was called Together, the number 2 together. Yeah. And they had the song You Plus Me Equals Us, Calculus. Yeah. Look that up, folks. It's hilarious as well.
Yeah, good show.
Yes. So let's get into the employee of the week.
Attention Cloud9 Associates, our employee of the week is...
Matt, who was your favorite character this week, and why?
I don't know.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Probably Garrett or Amy.
Okay.
So I can't really choose. Garrett because of like his reaction to the crow. And then him like trying to like reclaim his like manhood or whatever. And then, he goes through his journey of fearing the crow and then befriending, the crow at the very end. I thought that was kind of a cool journey for him.
I think this would have been a better sequel to the movie The Crow than the ones they actually made.
Yeah. A 20-minute,
yes,
movie, yeah. So for him, that's the reason why. For Amy, is because it was like her being like responsible again, like basically like, she wanted this night for herself just to eat pizza and watch like 90s rom-com movies. And then Adam, has to throw this stupid wrench in her plan, and she ends up, basically just doing her job anyway, and everyone else is complaining about the stuff they don't want to do. Like Jonah doesn't want to sell guns, and Glenn doesn't want the store, not just him personally, doesn't want the store itself to sell the morning after pills. Yeah. And then she's just like, you know what, you guys are all like children, just do your job, grow up. And then she also told the gun people to grow up as well. Like you have to make your point by just showing up with guns. Like, really, dude, like, come on.
Yeah.
So those two are my favorites.
I'd say my favorite is Glenn this week. Glenn and Tate, just their back and forth. Just like, I'll give it to both of them this week because Tate's not in every episode, so I'll give it to him a little bit. I'll give him 3/4 of it and Glenn 1/4. Just because Tate, his sarcasm, and I don't know. Just overall, I love Tate. He's awesome on there. So
he's got the really like some of the best lines.
Oh, he does.
Like he's kind of like idiotic too sometimes. Like when he's talking about like his timeshare.
I love that line.
Tampa.
He's like I got timeshare. The women dig it. It's like 12 miles away from the beach.
Yeah, he goes. It's a sick place. It's only 12 miles from the beach.
Oh, that's great. So, let's move on to our next section here, Matt. Okay, Matt. Now the next section, I don't know what this voice is.
Well, I thought we were doing the fancy British voice earlier.
Okay, fancy. Okay.
The fancy.
Yes, we were pretending we were at a fancy cocktail party.
Talking about our investments and our
In adult type things.
such as our children. And
Yes. The private schools we're going to have our children attend.
they upped the price to 200,000 pounds this year. 'Cause I forgot my currency is pounds, not dollars.
Well, I pay in a special currency of my own called Mike Bucks.
Mike bucks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am so fancy I have my own currency.
How do you pay for things with your own currency?
People just accept it. I give them these pieces of paper with my picture on it.
Who are these people that just accept your own personal currency?
They're the people in my mind.
Oh,
I may be committed to an insane asylum or something
there's
soon.
something strange in this cocktail that makes me feel very, very weird.
End scene.
That's our British humor BBC blogcast
Yes.
that you can see or listen to at www.bbcblogcast.netscape.org/geocities.html.
Slash.
And you have to use
And then it's slash. It's actually
Oh, yeah.
just the word slash.
Just the word slash.
written out.
but you can only access it through the Wayback Machine
On Tuesdays.
on Tuesdays. Yes. So
in November.
yeah.
Yes.
November Tuesdays.
Yes.
So
So let us know.
yeah.
And if not that, make sure you go to iTunes and give us a 5-star review for this podcast.
Yes. Please.
Please.
I appreciate your feedback.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers, today's special is
Today's special, Matt.
Everything about what we're talking about. I don't know.
What was your favorite scene in the episode and why?
Just the Jonah scenes with him, just being so afraid to hold a gun, even just he thinks that's just gonna blow up in his hand or something like that. And just him refusing service to every single person that he thinks is everyone can't have a gun. Like the one guy, he said he just got fired, so he's like, oh, he just takes the gun, holds it right back into his hand.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you seem upset and angry. I can't give you a gun. And he's like, well, of course, but you said they're going to regret it. Well, of course, I'm the only one that knows how to run the payroll software. Who's going to do it now, Monica?
I like how he pauses for a second. He's like, Monica?
Right. And then the one guy, he's he's redhead. He's like, I'm sorry, I just don't trust redheads.
Too fiery.
The guy did nothing, just walked up. He didn't even. The one guy was acting weird though.
Yeah. The first guy
Was it?
was
We would to purchase.
we would to purchase one rifle, please.
Yeah. We would too, not we would like. And then
Yeah.
at first he's not even looking at Jonah. He's looking somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then he's like, please and thank you. And it's like, then he starts talking to a mannequin, hugging it, Amy's
And laughing with it.
Amy's like, yeah, maybe no gun for him.
I like Jonah's line there too. He's like this guy that I don't think should should own a gun or a car or a fork.
That's right. A fork.
Yeah. I think my I like that. I like the opening scene of this show too. Just the whole in the break room where they're giving the assignments out and just the whole Myrtle thing with the rice. That was funny. Yeah. That rice. I don't want to sell rice. It doesn't taste like anything.
What? And that's what Amy was saying too, where she's like, I understand that, people have a moral objection to selling guns, morning after pills, or rice. And she kind of has this look on her face,
That was great.
Attention Cloud9 associates, it's time to grab your go-backs.
Let's move on really quick here to our next section. It's go backs.
Go back.
What would you say is something you would have done differently in this episode, Matthew, if you could?
Well, like I was saying earlier, when Mateo kills the crow, I don't like that scene.
Mateo Kills the Crow is my favorite emo band. I went and saw them once.
Mateo Kills the Crow. Awesome. You could picture Mateo as an emo singer or screamo or something like that. Screamo, no.
Yeah.
Just if you're just listening, it's different. But like if you watch the episode, like I mean, the bird is literally trapped in a bag, and he's just like slamming it on the floor. It's
I'm sure it wasn't a real crow.
No, I know it's not a real crow. I know it's not a bird. I'm just power of imagination, Mike. Come on.
Suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're enjoying the show in the first place. But
shit.
But when that
we're supposed to enjoy this.
Yeah. Well, what you don't like? You don't enjoy watching?
I don't enjoy anything.
So why you?
My
watch
life is a meaningless pit of despair.
So why do you watch it all the time then?
Because there's nothing else to do.
Okay. But yeah,
and those are the lyrics to the new song by Mateo Kills the Crow.
Whoa, that's actually not a bad band name. By the way, we're trademarked. No one's allowed to use that name. If I find out that there's a Facebook page to a band called Mateo Kills the Crow, I'm gonna come after you. And it's not gonna be good.
If you check out in the next couple of weeks our TeePublic page, there may be a T-shirt for the band Mateo Kills the Crow.
And it'll be my band, so I'm gonna form it in 2 weeks, so no one else can do it. Sorry, guys. I'm very possessive about certain things. So
yes.
And catchphrases. Well, you're the one that came up with it, though. So,
but it's ours. I'll let you have it. We're good.
Oh, you let me.
Yeah.
Oh, very gracious of you, my liege.
Well, you said it first, my liege. You said it, and then Mateo Kills the Crow.
Well,
and then I said it should be a name of a band.
Yeah, but I said it in the terms of it was something that happened in the show. Yes. I wasn't thinking in my head, oh, here's a cool band catchphrase, which you came up with that. So,
but it's okay, my liege. What's this, my liege stuff?
My liege, it's like a liege is like a lord, like a superior, like my liege.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they even say liege lord. Well, not they, but there's a phrase, a liege lord, which is another band name that I'm taking, by the way. So
wouldn't that be like Lord?
Well, but it's like it's just it sounds cooler to say it like that.
That'd be like Mr. Senior.
Yeah. Or Mr. Big.
Mr. Senior.
Or Mr. Senior, yeah. Not Mr. Big, sorry. I was thinking of...
That's the name of a band.
There is a band called Mr. Big. Or there was a band.
Yeah, that was that... wasn't that super group with Ted Nugent and all them?
No, that was Damn Yankees.
Oh, that was Damn Yankees. Never mind. Yeah. Mr. Big came out around the same time.
They were popular.
I forgot about that.
Because they had that one song, I just want to be with you, or something like that.
I just want to be...
No, how's it? I just
to be with you. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So thanks for tuning into Matt and Mike try to figure out 90s songs.
Yeah, exactly. Early 90s.
Yes.
Like 1991 and 90. So if you were born in like the year 2000, these songs came out 9 or 10 years before you were born.
Yes.
So fuck you for being young.
Yes. And that's the name of the next album from...
Fuck you for Fuck you.
Fuck you for being young. Look for those T-shirts, people.
Yes.
My only thing I would change in this episode, back to the Kobex thing, is there was no Cheyenne.
That's right. She wasn't in here at all.
Yeah,
was she?
She disappears from episodes.
And Marcus wasn't here yet. Was Marcus not introduced yet?
He wasn't like he was already introduced. He was introduced. He lost his thumb in the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's there, but he's just not there.
He's not a full member yet of the cast.
Do you want to take another quick break here, Matt, and then we'll come back with some closing thoughts?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, folks, this is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Matthew Haas.
We just wanted to tell you about our great podcast called Super. It's called All Too Real. And on that show, what do we do, Matt?
We watch biopics, and then we talk about whether or not the movie matched up with the real story or not.
So it
was a lot more exciting than that, though.
Yeah, so we analyze the real story and the real story.
Get it?
Get it?
Real.
Yeah, they're spelled differently, folks. You can guess which one I said which way. Anyways, so sometimes we have a guest, sometimes we don't. But we talk about great movies like Shattered Glass and The Social Network and
futile and stupid gesture, among others. Those are some of the ones that we've covered so far, and we're going to cover a lot more. So please subscribe on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your great, fun podcasts. And be sure to share it with your friends.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
And make sure you're not afraid to get all too real. Bye-bye.
And we are back.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers. The store will be closing soon.
Okay, anyways, any closing thoughts here, Matt? Like, what's going on with our friend Tony?
Tony
the generous.
Tony just got a hold of me like a minute ago.
Just now?
Yeah, when we took a break.
Really?
I don't know if he's tracking or if he's got like a mic. I don't know. He started talking to me about the whole Mateo thing.
Really?
Just now. We just talked
already?
We just talked about it. I know when I
let me see your phone here, Matt. I think your phone's bugged.
Yeah, when I let him borrow my phone, I remember when he gave it back to me, it felt a lot heavier. I didn't really know because I figured it was, I just hadn't.
You never looked inside it or anything?
No, I just figured I haven't held my phone in a while, so I figured, maybe it's just this heavy all the time type of thing. But I didn't notice that, it would fritz out on me every once in a while, like the screen would just kind of make like this weird glitching thing, and I just thought, maybe my phone.
And then you see like Tony's face on it or something?
No, I thought that Tony, you know how Tony is. He doesn't really know about technology and stuff. I figured he probably just downloaded a bunch of viruses on the phone.
Yeah.
Doing his, gambling, games, trying to make some money, and then didn't realize that most of those, apps, riddled with viruses. I was kind of dumb to, even lend him my phone anyway, but, I felt sorry for him kind of. And,
next time don't do that.
I'm not going to. Well, I'm definitely not now because apparently he's recording us because he's talking about the Mateo.
Hey, Tony, can you hear me?
He's not saying anything right now, so I don't know.
Hey, Tony, can you hear me?
He's texting. He's not talking, so it might take a minute.
Tony, can you hear me?
Nothing right now.
Oh, okay.
But maybe because he feels self-conscious. But
yes.
So apparently he wants to get in on this whole Mateo. I don't think he should. I'm kind of telling him right now to.
So you want to
stick with the Tom Petty covers. He
wants to play in the band.
I think. Well, he kind of wants to He wants to be primary songwriter. I'm telling him. Tony's got to focus. See, Tony.
He can't see my eyes roll, can he?
No.
Okay, good.
Tony is. If you haven't listened yet to the show, he's very creative. He's the step cousin twice or three times removed of Tom Petty, and he makes a career ostensibly from doing Tom Petty covers somehow.
And he's currently living in Colorado.
He's currently somewhere in a
Walmart parking lot.
Big park, Walmart or I don't know if he said Walmart. He just said a parking lot.
Maybe a shopping center parking lot. Something. It's a parking lot somewhere. But he's in an
abandoned fake spaceship.
Yeah.
Or shuttle, if you will. And he's a parking lot where they would have something like that. I don't know. And he's crashing there, I guess. And he's very creative, but it's very hard for him to focus. I somehow landed in the role of being his manager. Don't even really know exactly how that happened. I haven't created a story yet. So
he just told you were his manager.
Yeah, and then so I'm kind of.
I mean, we're selling some T-shirts on the website on TeePublic right now for Tony Genesis's world tour that he's planning.
He could really use the money too.
Yeah, so some of that money will go to him.
He's not very good at. He doesn't have really good business sense. He's very very right brained, but very little left brained. So he needs that person to kind of get him to focus on a particular thing. So right now I'm telling him, forget about the when the time comes, you can help write some songs for Mateo Kills the Crow.
Yes.
And maybe even a few songs for the first album, Fuck You for Being Young.
Yes.
But right now, stick to the Tom Petty covers because they're good. They are unique, very unique covers. I mean, they don't sound anything like.
They're very creative.
They don't sound anything like the actual songs. I mean, I'm talking not even same chord structures or even tempo.
It's sometimes not even the same lyrics.
No, not. It's just, which I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, but
I mean, I guess you just call a song to cover. I mean, hey,
Again, he can't see me rolling my eyes.
No,
can
he can't.
Okay,
Plus,
just making sure.
he's very literal minded. He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
He won't understand your sarcasm, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
I've tried sarcasm on him. He doesn't.
Will he understand it now that we've called it sarcasm, though?
He might get it for like 2 seconds, and he's gonna.
forget.
Don't worry, he's gonna forget about it.
Does he know my name?
Yeah,
I know he's emailed me before. So
Well, yeah, I guess so. If he knows your name, I mean, if he's emailed you.
or maybe he just heard it on here. I mean, if he's listening to your, he must know me then. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's got to know something about both of us.
I really want to meet him in person someday.
Me too. I mean, I haven't met him. But
Yeah.
You want him to meet you.
Yeah. I mean, I know you met him down in Cary, Ohio.
Yeah, because we slept in the ditch together that one time. It was like a weekend or a night or two inside the ditch. It was warm though, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that no car, slipped in and fell in the ditch and like crushed us to death or whatever. But
me too. I mean, that would have been sad.
Kind of dangerous
because we
thing
wouldn't
to
be
do.
here if that was the case.
Well, no, not really.
I'd have to find another host.
Right. Like I was gonna say though too is like even though sometimes he doesn't even actually sing the same lyrics. Hey, we live in an age where people like Kanye West can dress up in water bottles and just say freaky girl, and it's a hit song. So hey, I mean, I'm
Was it really a hit?
I think it was a hit. Unfortunately,
Wow. That's sad.
I mean, anything that's got his name on it's going to be a hit. So doesn't matter.
Ah, Yeezy.
He could literally just have an album of just noise, like distortion. And
I used to like him.
I know. Well, like I said, I was watching reruns of Chappelle's show last night, and Kanye was the musical guest. And it was actually a good song.
Yeah.
He was rapping, he was singing as well, and he was it was actually a pretty good song. And then I'm sitting there thinking the whole water bottle thing, and then like with a little
now he's become like DJ Khaled and just
hypes people up.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. DJ Khaled, I didn't realize that he does nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me either.
Like I see albums that come out in the stores and his name's on it. So I assume
he
that
does nothing except for say his name.
So he literally has albums with his name on it.
Hey,
he doesn't do anything.
I've got an idea.
What?
We can convince Tony that in the Mateo Kills the Bird band, he can just once in a while just go and be like, Tony Generous.
It's Tony, and have like a little echo thing.
Yeah.
Or how about this? What if we can convince DJ Khaled to hype up Tony Generous?
That would be a good way.
Really, like pump him up.
It would be. So if you're listening,
DJ Khaled,
because I know you love Superstore,
and
podcasts about said show.
Hey, you never know. He could be like just getting high, or I don't know if he does.
Maybe he doesn't. Whatever. Who knows?
But he could just be hanging out right now, or anytime, just chilling out. And he just decides, hey, I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna try to find some wacky podcast to listen to.
Yes.
He might just stumble upon. He's like, you know what? I want to go for something a little bit more obscure, though. I don't want something that everyone else is listening to. I want to, try to find.
And I'm gonna listen to like the 14th or 15th episode of
why
the show.
Not? It could be. Because he might see the title and be like, that seems like an interesting episode.
Yeah.
And then he might hear it, and then so we're planting the seed now.
Yes.
DJ Khaled, will you please start hyping up Tony Generous?
Yes.
The Tom Petty cover artist who is a step cousin twice or thrice removed. And just, promote him on your website or albums or concerts or whatever. And if you do, maybe then Tony Generous can have an appearance at one of your gigs and play one of his covers of Tom Petty.
And if you do all of this, I'll give you a free T-shirt.
Yes. You're not getting paid for this right now, unfortunately.
We'll just give you a T-shirt.
We don't have anything to give you right now as far as financial.
You can come on the podcast.
Yeah, you can.
You can even Skype in. We'll do an interview.
I mean, you make enough money at this point anyway that you don't really need anymore, right? So
right. I mean, you can, if you want to, you can travel to our studio in Toledo, Ohio, and
no expenses paid.
Yes. You can't even sleep on my couch.
We'll get like a pizza for you. We'll buy you lunch,
like a hot and ready from Little Caesars or something. So, if you would like to sponsor us, Little Caesars, please contact me at mike@cullenpark.com. Anyways, so and any other thoughts here before we go, Matt?
No.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, like I said, check out our in the show notes. We will have a link to our TeePublic page, and if you're listening to this, there may be some. There's for sure some Tony Generous World Tour T-shirts on there, well as some Superstory podcast T-shirts that you can get. But coming soon, there's going to be A Mateo kills the crow.
Yep.
Yep.
Get ready for
You
that.
can get some t-shirts, you know.
Get some black eyeliner. Get all goth or not goth. Get all emoed up. Get ready for some, prime emo music here.
Yes, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. We'll have a song maybe in the next episode or the episode after that. Depends on how fast they are recorded.
Yeah.
But make sure you follow us on all the social media. And like I said, I'm going to emphasize this once again. Go on iTunes or Apple Podcast or whatever the fuck they're calling it this week. Because I know iTunes is going bye-bye soon.
Yep.
Anyways, just, give us a 5-star review because that'll actually help us a lot to get more people to listen to the show. If you enjoy our fun banter and, our news reports about our good friend Tony Generous. And if you want to hear more about Mateo Kills the Crow, be sure to tune in next time. And right now, the store is closed. Bye-bye.
This is the Super Story Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast.
A Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.